Shall we play a game? It's time to put your numismatic skills to the test. Stick around to find out what I'm talking about. What's up, everybody? It's just another average stacker, and it is a beautiful day on the beach. I just wish that I was actually there. And I wanted to bring something that's kind of special that's going on to your attention. And the game that we are going to play is called Guess That Grade. Yes, it's called Guess That Grade. And the winner is going to receive a poured silver piece from me that is custom. And this all started about by a member of the community sending me a penny to look at underneath my scope. He wanted to send it in to get it graded, and I don't know anything about pennies, so come to find out, it was something pretty special that, again, I only know things about half dollars. So when I started looking at this penny and looked it up in the Red Book, I was a bit surprised. So let's take a look at what was sent to us. All right, everybody, as you can see up on your screen right now is a 1914D Lincoln wheat cent that was entrusted to me by a member of the community. I will let him disclose, if he wishes to, who it's actually from. Some of you already know who that was, but we're going to leave it right there for right now. So I am in the process of getting a package together to send into PCGS, this being one of those coins. And I decided let's have a little bit of fun and surrounding what kind of grade this coin is going to receive. So I'm going to go ahead and move this around so that you can see everything. Then we're going to flip it over so that you can see the reverse. And I'm going to ask you to guess at what the grade will be for this coin. If you are correct, and nobody else is, you're going to receive a 1 ounce poured cube from Just Another Average Stacker. Now, should there be two people or multiple people that guess the same thing, that is the correct grade, there's going to be follow-ups with that. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at this 1914D wheat cent. I'm going to stay fairly close in, and I am not touching the coin. I actually have it on a yellow envelope currently. And we're just going to go around, look at the fields on the obverse at first, so that everybody has a good choice at, or a good view of the coin. We are also going to be submitting this for restoration. It may or may not qualify, and that'll be up to PCGS to determine. And we'll go ahead and come up on Lincoln so that you can see what details are there on his face, on his jacket, his hair, etc., etc. And let me put my gloves on. Yes, I'm actually putting gloves on to protect this beautiful specimen. And we will take a look at the reverse. Same type of thing. We'll go around all the fields very carefully and slowly. Lots of detail left on the lines in the wheat. And the reverse tends to stay a little bit cleaner than the obverse, just based upon the protection that the reverse has as compared to the obverse. And as you can see, this thing, it really is in pretty daggone good shape for a penny that is 106 years old. So that is the first coin. This is stage 1 of the contest. Stage 2 is going to be an 1883 Carson City GSA Horde Morgan Dollar. And the reason why I am sending this in is that it is a VAM. It is VAM 3, and you can see the dash underneath of the 8, which is the primary marker for that VAM 3. And we've got some doubling on the first 8, as you can see, to the inside of the circles and the right-hand side of that lower portion of the 8. So we are going to be submitting this in mainly for attribution, but I figured let's go ahead and include this as part of the contest. So this will be guest number 2. What grade will the Carson City VAM 3 1883 receive? So if you're correct on the penny and you are correct on this, you'll move on to the next stage. So we're kind of taking this a little slow. We'll get into some details. And as you can see, there are some bag marks and so forth. But the nice part is that we know this is an uncirculated coin because it's part of the GSA Horde. So let's go ahead and take a look at the reverse. So that everybody gets a good chance to see. And it is difficult to tell some of the scratches that are on the case. But it definitely has some bag marks, etc. Oh, another thing for the VAM 3 is the off-centeredness of the CC. Not off-centered, but the height difference between the two. And they're at a little bit of a V shape. And the interiors of the CC have polishing marks from the die. So this is I am 99.9% sure this will be attributed as a proper VAM 3. And this actually was my very first Morgan that I've ever purchased. Oh, it looks like we actually got a little bit of doubling here on the E. Huh, didn't notice that before. And on the inside of the D. And the eagle. Let's take a look at the breast feathers. So that is going to be round number 2. Round number 3 is going to be an 1830 capped bust $50 that was part of Mrs. Jazz's grandfather's collection. And I'm only getting this graded just because of the history of where it came from and so forth. So I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit on this one real quick so that we can see a little bit better. And I actually have taken this into an LCS that did say that this had not been cleaned, even though it looked like it may have been. And that what we're seeing is that normal wear just from being in circulation. And we'll take a look at the reverse. Very clear lines on the shield. Still good detail on the feathers. So that is the 1830 capped bust $50. Imagine 190 years old. 190 years old coin. Pretty incredible. And then finally, we have another, believe it or not, 1830 capped bust that we're going to be sending in. I'm doing a little bit of research on this one with regards to the dies. I'm fairly sure that this has been cleaned, but it is in really, really good shape. And even cleaned, this is a few $100 coin. And both of these are small O 1830s. And this will probably come back as AU details, would be my guess. But I'm not participating in the contest. So let's go ahead and take a look at the reverse. And the things that I'm currently researching right now is this die crack that's running across and the missing section of the S in pluribus. And there's also some doubling going on of the S and UN in unum. Let's take a look a little bit closer on that. And you can see the doubling there. So before I actually get this submitted in, I'm trying to find out more info to see if this is a particular error variety, for lack of a better word, because I'm not sure. So, all right. So there are your 4 different coins that we're going to be submitting for grading. And starting with the Lincoln Wheat Cent, guess that grade correctly. Move on to round 2. Carson City, GSA Horde, VAM 3, Morgan Dollar. Then Grandpa's 1830 capped bust, $50. And then another 1830 capped bust, $50. The funny thing is that these are the only capped busts that I have, and both of them happen to be 1830s. And they are both small O's. So, leave your thoughts down below in the description. Leave that comment. Make sure that you like and subscribe the video. 1 week prior to the reveal of the grades, I will be posting a video to let you know you have 2 days remaining to get your comments in and your guesses. The results will not be posted until the owner of the Lincoln Wheat Cent gets his coin back. I'm not going to disclose what that grade is to him. I want to let him go through that, and by then the grading will be closing, or the contest will be closed. So 4 coins, 4 possible correct grades. If we end up with a tie for some reason, we are going to draw a name out of the hat. Those ties will go into a hat, and we will pick one in a live stream. So get your comments in. It's just another average stacker saying, enjoy your afternoon, hug a loved one, and stay safe out there, everybody.